Yo, what's up, fan base? It's your boy Blaze Holla coming at you again with another What If, and this time I'll be bringing you What If Deku ate the hormone fruit, part 6. So let's get into it and start that intro.
Maybe in a million miles on a highway through the skies. Someday soon we'll be together.
No, I honestly don't think you can become a hero.
After everybody was finished with the exam, Aizawa told them the results as they were told to go grab their syllabus and meet back here tomorrow. Everybody was getting ready to leave school in their own personal groups, only for Mina to grab onto Ochako's hand and wave back to Izuku. Ochako and I are gonna go do something. We'll meet up later, Izu. Izuku tilted her head in confusion as she was about to say something, only to notice that the both of them had ran off before anything else could be said. Well, that was out of nowhere, but I'm at least glad that Mina's making some new friends. Shinso saw this as an opportunity to have some alone time with Izuku as he started to walk up to her. Hey, I was wondering if you wanted to go do something after school together. Izuku turned and smiled. Sure, what do you want to do? Shinso was temporarily blinded by the smile, thinking that it was just too bright. Well, I was thinking. Before he could finish the statement, Jiro walked up with one of her earphone jacks plugged into her phone, seeing that she was listening to music on low volume. Hey, Izuku, do you think I can take you up on those makeup tips? I know that we just met, but you seemed so excited about it earlier that I thought I would take you up on the opportunity. Izuku was actually happy to give some girly advice, but then turned to Shinso. Well, that all depends. Shinso wanted to do something. Shinso was eternally screaming, thinking that if it wasn't Mina trying to get in his way, it was always another woman, but he knew that if he stood in the way of something that Izuku wanted to do, he would look like the bad guy. No, it's fine. I was just going to ask if you wanted to do some practice on the beach. We could always do that some other time. Izuku just grabbed onto Shinso and gave him a hug as she whispered into his ear. Thank you. I know you wanted to do something else, but I do appreciate you letting me make new friends. She let him go as she started to walk away with Jiro. Alright, why don't we go to the mall? I know this great makeup stand. Jiro nodded, a little bit worried, but was also happy at this new experience. Well, I'm in your care, so lead the way. Shinso just stood there in the class, realizing that most of the people have already left, but that's when Eraserhead popped his head out from underneath his desk, seeing one of his favorite students just standing there as he was putting on his bag. Don't give up on her. Shinso was confused, not expecting that from Aizawa. What do you mean, sensei? Eraserhead got completely out of his sleeping bag so he could stand up properly. I know that you have feelings for Izuku, but sometimes trying to put yourself out there a little bit, waiting for the right opportunity can sometimes make the entire situation slip through your fingers. But also, in case things don't work out, remember that there are other people out there, even if you don't realize it yet. Shinso thought about it for a minute, but then nodded his head. You're right, sensei. Eraserhead brushed his hair back with his hand, trying to keep it out of his face. Of course I am. Now run along, I have things to do. He cut back to Mina and Ochako, who were going to the supermarket. Once arriving, the both of them would walk up and down the aisles for a little bit, trying to figure out what to buy. When Mina started to realize that she might be rushing the situation, but didn't want to give up on it. So, how do you want to start this? Do you want to do like a candy apple, a regular bento? What's your style? Ochako had a dash of pink on her cheeks, still overthinking the whole idea of wondering how Shinso will react to her giving him something. I don't know, just the thought of doing this is making my heartbeat go up a few notches. I'm starting to have second thoughts. Maybe I'm not ready for this yet. Mina was getting worried, thinking that Ochako has already given up before she even started. Calm down, it's going to be okay. We don't have to do anything crazy. You just want to get his attention, right? Ochako's face turned bright red as she started to shake her head yes very quickly. I really do want to get his attention, so how should I do that? Mina was thinking really quickly, trying to come up with a way for Ochako to show her affection, but without overdoing it, when an idea came to her mind. Why don't we bake some cookies? It's a very easy way for the both of you to start talking to one another, but also you could say it's a thank you for what he did for you during the entrance exam. Ochako's eyes started to sparkle with hope, thinking that that was the perfect idea. That could work, plus plus it's cheap. We can get some pre-made dough and then just put some stuff into it. Mina let out a sigh, almost feeling like she needed to explain it again to Ochako. I told you not to worry about the price. I'm going to pay for it. While we're making cookies, I can explain to you about the little business that Izuku and I am a part of. Ochako was confused once she started to pick up some ingredients from the aisles that they were walking through. So what exactly do you and Izuku do? Mina had a flirtatious smirk on her face. Well, it all depends. How confident are you in your body? Ochako started to blush red as we cut away to the mall where Izuku and Jiro were trying out makeup samples as they were trying to see which lipstick shade seemed best on them. Jiro was trying out a light purple lipstick. What do you think, Izuku? A little too dark? Izuku was looking towards Jiro as she was finishing putting on her neon green lipstick. I think it suits you. You seem to like dark colors. Might as well put it all over your lips. It makes you look mysterious. Jiro smiled as she looked at the small mirror, liking the shade. I think I'm going to get this one. I'm actually really happy that you introduced me to this little makeup stand. Izuku was still looking at the mirror, trying to see if she liked the neon lips. Oh, trust me, it's no problem. Looking past this place could be easy because it's not a main brand, but sometimes lesser brands are known to do a lot more than the big brands. Jiro was curious on what other tips she could get off of Izuku, hoping it's not just makeup. Was this all the tips that you had for me? Do you know anything else besides gloss, lipstick, and eyeliner? Izuku thought about it for a little bit. Well, it all depends on what you're looking for. Are you trying to find new clothes? Did you want some body modifications? Are you trying to find new shoes or maybe get your hair dyed? Jiro was listening to all the options, but then her mind stopped at the words body modification. Wait, what are you talking about, body modifications? Are you talking about surgery? Izuku was confused for a second, but then realized that technically no one in her class knew about her quirk except for her closest friends. Oh no, technically my quirk allows me to change people's bodies naturally, giving them any kind of figure or form that they want. Even if they want to swap genders, I can do that for them. Jiro's eyes were starstruck, feeling like she finally found the answer to make herself look less tomboyish. Are you saying that you could make me look more girly? Izuku just shrugged her shoulders like it wasn't a big deal. I could, but you should be happy with your own skin. Like I said, I can do a lot of things to people. At the end of the day, you should be more happy with yourself instead of what you could become. Jiro just grabbed onto both of Izuku's hands like she is an angel. I understand what you're saying, but what you're telling me is that you can help me be more developed than I am right now. I know it sounds weird, but I'm very self-conscious about how small I am. Izuku gently held onto Jiro's hand as she gave her a comforting smile. Alright, I'll help you, but you need to take time and think about what you want yourself to look like. Plus, you're probably going to need an entire revamp of your entire wardrobe. Jiro was jumping a little bit for joy, but then realized that this was way too good to be true as she stopped and then looked dead in the eyes of Izuku. Alright, what's the catch? Izuku just tilted her head in confusion. There isn't one. I'm not one of those people who expect something in return just for helping out. If anything, I want you to be my friend if that's okay. Jiro was shocked by Izuku's simple request and showing that she didn't really want anything to gain from this. Of course I'll be your friend. Why don't we grab a few things here at the mall and we can go back to my place so you can do the transformation. I already have a few ideas for what I want to look like. Izuku was smiling while she was trying to hold back her giggles from how excited she saw Jiro was. Sure, this is going to be fun. Both of the girls go around the mall picking up pants, shirts, new bras, and underwear. Izuku was laughing the entire time as she was being pulled around by Jiro like she just won the lottery. After a little bit, they finally go back to Jiro's place as they run up to her room. So how exactly does this work? Izuku was trying the best way possible to phrase this to Jiro. Well, all you gotta do is just let me stick my fingers into a part of your body. That way I can inject the hormones into you. All I need is the proper measurements that you want for your hip size, breast size, ass size, and even height. Also, if you want me to change your hair color, I can get that done as well within just a few pokes of my fingers. Jiro was completely shocked for how easy it was. It was still keeping her puzzled that this was about to happen. Alright, just give me a few minutes. Best to get out of my old clothes. That way they don't tear when I start changing. Izuku was giggling at the thought as she was hiding her perverted smile behind her hand as she was was thinking about Jiro just tearing out of her clothing. Well, I would be very interested in seeing you ripping out of your clothing, but I'm not going to tease you with this, so whenever you're ready, just tell me the measurements and lay down on your bed. Jiro stripped down as she lay down on the bed. Let me see, my current measurements are a 69 centimeter bust, a 49 centimeter waist, and a 70 centimeter hips, and my bra size is a 28 AA cup, and my height is 152 centimeters. Izuku was very impressed for how accurate the measurements were, expecting her to have to use some measuring tape or something. Alright, so what do you want me to change it to? Carol was so excited realizing that she was going to start having the body type of her dreams. Alright, I want you to change my bust size to about 113 centimeters, which should change my bra size to a 42 C cup, make my waist 55 centimeters, hips to 80 centimeters, and change my height to 167 centimeters. Do you believe that that is possible with your abilities? Izuku's fingers change into needles. Oh, all of that is very simple. Just leave it to me. Jiro closed her eyes and took a deep breath. Alright, do it. I'm ready. Izuku injected her fingers into Jiro's side, letting her make a little yeeping sound as we skip forward in time as the next day in class, as everyone was there except for Izuku and Jiro, making Mina concerned as she walked over to Shinso. Hey, have you seen Izuku this morning? She wasn't home when I went to go get her. We usually walk to school together. Shinso groaned a little bit as he lifted up his head, still trying to wake up. No, I haven't seen her. Last time I saw her was yesterday after school when she left for the mall with Jiro. Mina was now getting worried, thinking that another girl was trying to steal Izuku from her. I swear, if that girl is trying to do anything with Izuku. Shinso was a little aggravated at the thought, but didn't let Mina see it. I think that you're overthinking things. That's when something came to Shinso's mind about yesterday. Now that I think about it, why did you run off with Ochako yesterday? Mina was sweating bullets trying to come up with something real quick. It's nothing really. She just wanted to go grocery shopping and my family needed me to pick up some stuff yesterday, so we just went together. It was just convenient for the both of us. Plus, we got to chat and get closer as classmates. And so rolled his eyes, realizing that it was just too convenient of a story. Sure, whatever you say, Mina. Ochako was waiting for the right moment, not wanting to wake up Shinso as she started to walk over holding a little bag in her hand. Hey there, Shinso, right? Shinso sat up straight as he looked at her with tired eyes. Yes, and you're Ochako, right? Is there something I can help you with? Ochako was holding up the small bag that seemed to be holding cookies in it. I made these as a thank you for saving me during the entrance exam. I'm hoping that maybe we can get to spend some more time together. Shinso took the small bag as he opened it to see his favorite type of cookies were in there as he smiled, but then was wondering how she knew about his favorite type of cookies. As he raised an eyebrow towards Mina, I do appreciate this, and I would like to get to know you some more, Ochako. We are classmates after all. Ochako started to blush a little bit. Well, I look forward to getting to chat with you some more, Shinso. Mina watched the both of them, hoping that some sparks will start flying soon as she started to look out the window, wondering where Izuku is this morning. Where are you, Izuku? You're going to be late. Just at that moment, the classroom door slid open as Izuku walked in and she had a big smile on her face. Attention, ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you our new and improved classmate, Jiro. Jiro walked into the classroom with her new amazing body. From her hourglass-like figure to her new long black hair with a white sound wave on the side of it. Her skin seemed to glisten like it was great silk as everybody was looking at her like she was a completely new person. As some of the guys were tracking her lips going up and down as they could see the new purple lipstick that she was wearing. Hello there, I know we only met yesterday, but I'm hoping that all of you can already see the difference. Most of the guys were in shock with their mouths hanging wide. The only exception was Todoroki and Tokoyami, or at least you couldn't tell with the both of them. While most of the girls were completely shocked by this out of nowhere glow up, Momo walked up and looked up and down Jiro, very impressed, seeing that she is now the second tallest in the class, at least for the girls. Looking good, Jiro. Who is your surgeon? Jiro blushed a little bit, excited because she's not used to getting this much attention attention. Well, technically it's all natural, but it's all thanks to Izuku using her quirk on me. Tsuyu was confused by the statement as she just tilted her head. How exactly can it be natural when you were so small yesterday, but now you're all tall and busty, Giru? Izuku finally spoke up, joining the conversation and wanting to fill people in on what happened. Well, my quirk allows me to control hormones. I can use it to change people's growth, their body size, and even their hair color. Jiro realized that Izuku left out about the part where she can change people's gender, but didn't say anything out of respect and gratefulness. Yeah, she truly is a miracle worker. Momo was truly in shock from how natural everything looked. Izuku, if you ever choose to leave the hero career, you would make billions as a surgeon. The amount of times that people get plastic surgery or get parts of their body or even blemishes removed could be done so easily by you and make it look like it never happened. You have so many other potentials. I'm surprised that you still want to be a hero. Izuku scratched the back of her head, knowing that this isn't the first and probably won't be the last time someone tells her that. Well, it's because as much as I can do great things for the medical world, I want to try to do things for the people and showing them that they don't need a flashy quirk to do things. Sometimes you just need natural training and use your own mind so you can just accomplish great things for everyone. Ochako was very inspired to hear these words. You truly are inspirational, Izu. Hagakure had a thought as she walked up behind Izuku and tapped her on the shoulder. Hey, do you think that your quirk could maybe help with mine? That way people can see me? Izuku nearly jumped out of her skin, still not used to Hagakure. Well, I don't want to give you any false hope because I just don't know. Maybe when we have some free time we can do some testing with Recovery Girl's supervision just in case something goes wrong. Hagakure was giving off a very excited and hopeful aura as she was waving her arms back and forth, but only people could see her sleeves. Well, let's hope for the best and let's go plus ultra for today's experiment. Just at that moment they could hear an exciting and booming laugh as the door opened, revealing All Might as he stood in the doorframe hanging off of it with his Silver Age costume on. Ha ha ha, I am here, coming through the door like a normal person. Only for him to notice that not one of the girls were paying attention as they were all talking to each other as a dark cloud appeared on top of All Might's head. Excuse me, ladies, I'm sure that you're having a nice conversation, but please can I have your attention? I'm trying to start class here. All the girls had a little bit of blush on their cheeks as they felt a little bit embarrassed knowing that they were the reason class was being held up. As everybody got to their seat, All Might looked around the room, making sure they had everyone's attention as he started to do a little bit of a soldier mark to the teacher's desk. Alright, after looking over the results of your quirk examination, I decided that we're going to take 2 steps forward in your training and truly test your mettle. As he pulls out a small sign from his pocket that reads battle on it. We'll be doing combat training today. Bakugo got excited as a small explosion let off on his hand. I've been looking forward to this brutal training. Urashima pumped his fist into the air. This is going to be so manly. Tsuyu was a little bit concerned. I hope we're ready for this. Ochako was grabbing onto her chest a little bit because she was extremely nervous. I can do this. All Might listened to the students as they were getting extremely excited, but some were also extremely nervous as he got control as he let out a slight laugh with a little bit of a sigh at the end. But first, before you could do anything as heroes, you must make sure that you look the part. All Might pressed a button as the wall opened up, revealing 20 different suitcases as he explained that all of them contained their hero outfit. Alright, now go put these on and meet me on ground beta. Everybody quickly grabbed their suitcases as they started to head to their locker rooms, very excited to try out their new hero outfits for the first time. In the girls' locker room, all the girls were taking the stuff out of their suitcases, all except for Jiro, who was putting on her PE uniform since her hero costume no longer fits her. I'm starting to feel like I should have waited to have my body modified, that way I could have at least tried on my hero outfit today. Izuku was halfway putting on her costume when she overheard that. If you want, I can change you back temporarily, that way you can put it on. Jiro jumped back in horror like she never wanted to change back to her regular self ever again. Don't even joke, I'd rather go out in this PE uniform. I'm not saying that I'm ashamed of my old self, but I can't go back after being like this. Mina surprisingly grabbed onto Jiro's breast while she was standing behind her. Wow, I'm surprised you went with a C cup. Most girls when they get the chance to do stuff like this would have gone all the way to a D cup or bigger. Jiro was blushing red as she smacked Mina's hands away and then proceeded to use her quirk to make sound waves in Mina's head. You scared the crap out of me and I'm not appreciating you grabbing grabbing me out of nowhere like that. Mina was holding her head in pain from the sound waves as she scampered behind Izuku. It was just supposed to be a joke. I didn't think that you would jump so bad. Izuku shook her head as she felt like she had to be the peacekeeper in this situation. Jiro, it's okay. She meant no harm. And me and I've always told you that nobody likes it when you do that. You should at least get to know the person before you get all touchy like that. Mina was a little bit sheepish from the situation. Sorry, I really didn't mean any harm. I just wanted to be silly. Jiro let out a sigh as she calmed herself down and then finished zipping up the PE uniform. It's fine. I'm just not used to people doing that to me because mine were so small before. And to answer your question, I wanted to see how I felt with these before I got any bigger. Izuku was smiling happily, knowing that her closest friend and her new friend were at least starting to get along. I hope Shinso's having fun in the boys' locker room with all of his friends. We cut into the boys' locker room as they were a little bit more rowdy, as some of the guys were showing off some of their equipment while others were trying to get out of there. And then there's Bakugo, who forcibly closed Shinso's locker right in front of him. I'm looking forward to showing that green-haired beauty who a real hero looks like. Shinso stood up as he was wearing his black combat boots that had a magenta stripe around it, along with black baggy pants that had a magenta stripe right on the side of it, as they also seemed to have knee pads built right into them, along with a utility belt that seemed to have many pouches, along with his coat also being black with magenta-like stripes that are going down the chest area along with the sleeves. He also seemed to be wearing his master's signature weapon, the combat scarf, along with wearing a mask that covered the lower part of his face that had speakers built into it, while his hoodie was covering up his hair. Trust me, you're no real hero, Bakugo, but if I have to prove that to you today during training, I'll be happy to oblige you. Bakugo was surprised. Not many people stood up to him as the both of them stared each other in the eye, neither one of them wanting to back down. Whatever, extra. See you on the battlefield. Ito walked over, feeling concerned about the situation. Are you okay? If you feel like you're being bullied, we should tell a teacher about this. Enzo chuckled a little bit at the thought. It's alright. When it comes to him, I can deal with it. I have good friends and good morals, but we should hurry up and meet up with the others. We don't want to keep the girls and, more importantly, our sensei waiting. As we finally get to ground beta, as the entirety of Class 1A was walking, the guys were completely awestruck by most of the girls' hero outfits. Momo was probably the biggest eye candy, but then they saw Izuku, who was wearing a black skin-tight leotard that had a cutout diamond so it could show off her cleavage a little bit, along with it having white-like stripes right where her hips are, along with a pair of white gloves that were fingerless with black skin-tight boots around her legs. They were all the way up to her knees, equipped with knee guards, along with the shoes being steel-toed. Hugging around her waist was her utility belt that seemed to be having a lot of pockets in them. Wrapped around her neck was a silver capture scarf. He then looked around, noticing that all the guys were staring at her. Why are all of you staring at me? It makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable. Enzo had a bloody nose as he was doing the best to stay on his feet as he gave a thumbs up to Izuku. You look great in that outfit. Ina couldn't take her eyes off of Izuku as her cheeks were turning an even darker shade of pink. You look gorgeous. Izuku was happy that both of her friends approved of her hero outfit. Thanks, it feels great. I just wish it wasn't so tight, but I feel like it's better that way so no fabric gets in my way. All Might coughed a little bit to get everybody's attention. Well, they definitely say the clothes make the pros, and all of you are the living definition of that. Now that you're all here, let me begin the lesson. That's where I'm gonna leave it out this time, guys. Sorry it took me so long to get this out. Some stuff has been going on at home, and I've been busy at work. So with all that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!